So you probably clicked on this video because you're a Michael Jackson fan, right? Like me. Because you can tell because I'm dressed as Michael Jackson. Well, I'm going to be teaching you today how to do some basic moves from him, like the moonwalk, the spin, and that thing. You can't really see my feet right now, where he is on his toes, and he has his knees like that, like this. That's kind of what I'm gonna be teaching you. It's gonna probably be like 3-ish things, and I am not gonna teach you how to do the lean today because, well, if you look at my shoes, they are not designed to do the lean. And plus, if I were to attempt the lean, it would be like me falling onto the ground. That's what would happen. So that's why I'm just gonna do basic stuff for this video. I'm gonna tighten my tie and adjust it. Holy crap! I should have made the suit look better before recording. But anyways, step number 1, the moonwalk. I am going to tilt the camera down. Come here a minute. Get in here. Look, you're gonna have your foot like this. You're gonna put your body weight onto that foot. Then you're gonna use that foot to push your other foot back. I need to straighten out my feet for this. Look, let's repeat this one more time. This, push. Then you put this down, and you repeat the step. And you just do this, 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 this. And now you can moonwalk. If you're wondering what shoes I'm wearing, I'm wearing church shoes. I don't go to church, I just thought these looked fitting for this. Look, this, 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 this. Since my feet are kind of like this, not like that, like this naturally, where they're a bit like outward, it's hard for me to do a moonwalk without adjustment. So I have to do up, 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 up. And you get this. You get this, basically. And come here. Come here. Look at me. I'm gonna show you something that will definitely help you when you're doing Smooth Criminal. When you hear that kind of like punch of like the music after the E, when you hear the of it, when you're like dancing for it, you need to do this. But guess what you need to do under that? Come here. Look. Guess what you're gonna need to do when you do that? You're gonna have your feet like this. And better ways to do this and this and then this. It's actually easy to do that super quick. Go ahead and practice that a couple of times. Take your time. You can do it with your left foot crossing over or your right foot crossing over. My video is kind of flipped, so that's why I'm referring to these as like different than what you're seeing. But yeah. After practicing doing this, you're gonna speed it up. And actually, if you're not doing Smooth Criminal specifically, you're doing Billie Jean and you want to toss your hat, practice tossing your hat by having your hat like this, then do this and just practice like that, and then you'll like throw it. I'm gonna throw it towards my laptop. See? And since I have a mask on, it's really hard for me to wear a hat, so I'm gonna have to put this hat back on real quick. I can't have my hat like down like he does, like this, or this just falls off. So I'm just gonna have it like this for the rest of the video. Yay. But if you want to like prepare like a kick from a Michael Jackson, I would recommend doing this, then the kick, like that. And sometimes he'll do a kick to the side, so do that. Practice raising your foot up like this and do it fast like you're kicking. And while you're doing that, practice having it go out like that. Try it with your other feet and practice as much as you need. Like I said, just practice as much as you want. It really doesn't matter how quick you do it first time. It needs practice. So practice doing that, doing this, and doing this. Okay? So, let's review. First, this, then kick, then moonwalk. But let's practice this. 1, 2, and then 3. This isn't really used for our performances, but this is just to give you a general idea. Then let's move on to the spin. When he's spinning, he has his leg like kind of like this when he's spinning. And when you're using like high-heeled shoes like I am, or like at least shoes with heels, you're gonna have to raise your foot up like kind of like this, and then you're gonna do that. Practice just spinning on one foot like that. Now as a warm-up for this, just try walking in a circle like this a couple times. Just kind of like to get your body used to like the spin. And when you end your spin, I recommend having your feet crossed like this, or like this, and having your arms out while you spin. So like, I kind of like have your body like you're a top or a Beyblade. Have your arms out, not too far out like this, where you're T-posing. Don't do that. Do it like you're kind of A-posing like this. And not your wrists in or out. Just kind of have your wrists like relaxed kind of. And while you're, and actually if you want to get fancy with it, hold your suit jacket like this when you're spinning. Or you can do what I'm doing where I have my arms out. My tie keeps getting kind of twisted up. I hate that. Yeah, that's kind of what you have to do for like a spin. Should I move on to something else? Heck yes. So, and you're doing like the thing where he has his leg kick out and in a little bit out on the other and in for smooth criminal. You're gonna have to practice your leg going in, out, in, out, in, out. And with your other leg, practice it going in, out, narrowly. So when you do the dance, you do in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. And sometimes doesn't even use his other foot. He just sometimes does this, which is actually pretty easy for beginners to do it like with one foot, because this can be complicated once you speed up like he does. I might be in next Michael Jackson impersonator. I like the idea of that, but it also is really rough trying to do it, because having to practice, because I don't have a great singing voice. I don't sound like Michael Jackson. I can dance like him, roughly. But anyways, if you want to do that was failed. Kind of like that. I had to lean back on my bed. I'm taking my shoes off for this. I would recommend not wearing like shoes that have a non-bendable bottom like these for this, for practicing, because you could seriously hurt yourself doing that. So what you're gonna do is practice being on your tippy toes. Okay? Tippy toes for as long as possible. Okay? And try jumping into doing your tippy toes like that. Like that. Go now, like that kind of jump, like a kind of hop to do your thing. And it depends on like the performance you're trying, but I would recommend when you're doing this, when you're starting out, just do that with your arms to keep your balance. When you want to get fancy with it, do this with your arms up. Wow, my feet hurt from doing that. And now I'm gonna have to slide my shoes back on. I made them back with the shoes. For one of my last moves I'm gonna have you guys practice is trying to, like, if you're doing Billie Jean, to practice what he does with his feet. Where, see how I'm doing this? He does this a lot during the performance. I'm gonna toss my hat away because Billie Jean, the Billie Jean thing, doesn't wear a hat for the majority of it. This is actually not the last thing I have done. I have one more trick up my sleeve after having you guys practice like the Billie Jean like foot moves, because I'm still kind of rusty on these, but when you're doing his like Billie Jean thing, have your legs spread apart and like do this. Out, in, out, in, out, in. And that's what he does for a while of the thing. Sometimes he'll have his in his pocket and have, see, it's on my face. He'll do this and this. Like he's controlling his leg like a puppet. kind of. This is actually a really cool thing to do because there's many ways of going about it. This and doing this. And after you've practiced with both feet, you put your hand in the other one too. Now you can start practicing the full Billie Jean shuffle, which you'll do once in a while, where how you do it is you do out, kick, out, kick. So basically, you do inward, outward, like that. Inward, outward, kick, kick. I keep kicking stuff in my way. Inward, outward, kick, kick. So you do kind of. That's actually, this one's actually not as common as you should do it, but you should do the moonwalk a bit more if you're practicing for your first time, like what I showed you earlier. Do this, pressure, this, and yeah, basic steps I did earlier. So with let's see, I'm trying to think of the last one. Probably with one more. Okay, one more I will teach you for this, which I'm gonna try to remember this. This last one is actually gonna require your hat. I'm not gonna turn my head for this one because I don't have anything else blocking my mask behind it. So I'm gonna do it from like this view and have my head turned. So when you're doing like that walk thing that he does when they're saying, "And are you okay?" So, "And are you okay? Are you okay?" And when they're saying that, you do this. You like walk in place kind of with your head down, like this, and do this, like, "And you're okay." So, "And you're okay? Are you okay, Annie?" Like that. Basically, just kind of like that. That's why that's my last thing. So, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, and if you want more Michael Jackson stuff, subscribe and check out my other Michael Jackson stuff, like when I got these shoes and when I did Struck by a Smooth Criminal in my Billie Jean suit, and in this new suit. I'll see you guys later.